And we are live. Hey, everybody. Hope everybody is doing all right this fine Sunday. I'm sharing in a few places, so give us just a second. Let's see.
I have no idea what happened.
Okay, here. There's got to be a better way than this.
I know, right?
For those of you who are brand new to the group, this is what we do every Sunday at the same time. It's open discussion, so grab a few snacks, your favorite drink, your favorite device, sit back, uh, relax, or you can ask questions. Now I forgot where I was. I'm sharing. I can't do three things at once, two things. Uh,
Oh.
so this is a relaxed atmosphere. We're all parents. We're all here for the same reason. If you have a question, Linda and I will do our best to get to everyone. But if you happen to see something that you can answer, feel free. I'm just sharing it in the group. If you are on the main page, feel free to share, share, share. Sharing is caring. I think I got it. So I'm Nita. I'm one of the admins of this wonderful establishment.
And I'm Linda. I'm the other admin.
On here. All right. Okay. All done. That's a lot of places. Hey, Chanel, how are you?
Hmm.
Hey, Annie, how are you? All right. So I hope everybody is doing well while we're waiting for people to come on and chime in. I want to remind everybody that our book club has started up. So I think it's going to be awesome. Another way for us to get together and discuss things about autism, related to autism, read some good books, and socialize. So if you are interested in joining us, visit our main page, autism.org, and visit the link that says discussions and more. Membership is only $5 a year, but you not only get the book club, we have other added extras for your $5 a year, and your $5 go to support our community and our efforts. So our first book for the book club is The Reason I Jumped. This is what we are reading this time around. So very interesting read. I think we're going to have a great first discussion about that book.
I think so. It's a really interesting book.
Hanging in there, Chanel. All right. And I'm doing good. Hope you are too. Doing great, Annie. So once again, what this is all about is for those of you who are new, what we do is we talk about autism. You ask questions. It's all about parents helping parents. It's a relaxed atmosphere. We're Linda and I are parents just like you guys or most of you guys. So just bring it on. Oh, the numbers are low today.
I can't get my watch party to work.
Oh, let me see. Let me try and see if I can. Let's see.
I wonder why.
Right.
Let me restart my phone
So
and
let's
see.
see if that helps.
Oh, you
I
did
did
something?
one in the watch, not in the watch
Okay.
party, in the
In the
support group.
okay.
I did one in the support group. So we'll see if that helps. Let's see. Is PDA recognized in USA? What is PDA? You know what that is, Linda?
No, I'm waiting for them. I'm gonna wait for them to see.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that is, Paula. Can you tell us a little bit about PDA?
Oh, pathological demand avoidance condition which is part of autism spectrum and characterized by overwhelming need to avoid or resist demand. The information sheet provides some behavioral strategies to support a person with PDA.
First time I heard of that term.
Yeah, it's from the National Autistic. Yeah, I think it says autistic society. So depends on where National Autistic Society is based. Oh, it's the UK. Let me see. Is PDA recognized here? I have never heard of it. I do. This. So it may be called something else here. Oops.
Good evening, Anna. Now we have a couple pages open, a watch party. So some of you may be looking for a watch party. If you have the option in your watch party above, they say comment or see live feed or watch party feed. If you have that option, make sure you're in the live feed so your comments can show up over here. I mean, I'll go back and forth, but if you have that option.
It says international and American diagnostic manuals do not currently recognize PDA as a separate diagnosis or a subgroup within the autism spectrum.
She says it's similar to ODD.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So the symptoms sound like ODD, and it says it's not recognized as a separate diagnosis or a subgroup within autism spectrum. But I would say, so SPD, like sensory processing disorder, would be like a subgroup or a separate diagnosis because it can exist without autism. And ODD, the symptoms do sound familiar with ODD or similar to ODD, but it doesn't have a whole subgroup here. It's not diagnosed like that here. But I think that that's not to go to say that they don't, a lot of people on the spectrum don't have these symptoms.
Right, right. Hi,
with
Denise.
with or
With what?
without a diagnosis of ODD. Like Emily has no diagnosis of ODD, but she has practiced. She sounds very similar to this the description of PDA.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Okay, let me try this again. No, I have no idea why I won't do this.
Hmm. I absolutely. She says, look up Elizabeth Newsom Center in UK.
Elizabeth Newsom.
Oh, okay. I was wondering. I looked 1 minute, it was only one person in here. So, hello to everybody in the watch party. So, I said earlier, if you have the option to view the live feed in the watch party, click on live feed or watch party. I'll try to go back and forth.
So that center was the first place to identify uh, and properly describe it as its own diagnosis.
Okay.
Yeah, she found it becoming more widely diagnosed as. So it's just like epilepsy, ADD, ODD, ADHD. It's comorbid with autism. It's just not a subgroup. Like, so epilepsy is not a subgroup, neither is ADHD, although it does commonly coexist, so it's comorbid.
Interesting.
Now, I'm wondering, I would like to know the difference or the verses from ODD and what was that, PDA?
Yeah, PDA.
So it basically says the same thing. ODD is not an autism spectrum condition. So it could be comorbid, but it's not of autism. Just like PDA is not technically here, it's not of autism.
Now we have Candy, who's in the watch party. She says, good evening. Why is it harder to get a girl diagnosed?
We were talking about that, I think, a week or two ago. The symptoms tend to be more subtle, and they also say that a girl is, even on the spectrum, tends to be more often more capable of fitting in the social expectations of a girl. So it they tend to go undiagnosed much more often. If you look also, you'll see a lot of articles for women, grown women who were never diagnosed, but a lot of them fit the symptoms of autism. And the question is, were they undiagnosed when they were younger? So it is real common. Like I said, it goes into them fitting into the social category that they're supposed to be in or the social characteristics. They have an easier time. They're closer to their social norms, I guess I could say.
Does
Whereas
that help, Candy?
where boys show a little bit farther from the social expectation. And I was reading about that because I have a daughter on the spectrum.
So just to lighten the mood, don't take this too hard, you guys. Our boys are hard headed. They don't care. There's a free international PDA summit coming up. I will send you the link. Mr. Charles, how are
Hey,
you?
Charles. Yes, girls are better at masking. And think about it. If you even think about neurotypical boys and girls as children, when you think about that, you see boys, they'll tend to play with their trucks, play, their little action figures, watch TV, do these things, play sports. Whereas you see girls really playing the roles of little moms. They're playing dolls, they're playing house, they're cooking. I think back and I'm like, man, why was I pretending to cook? Why was I pretending to take care of kids? Because that's what I do as a grown up. So I'm thinking, I was a kid pretending to do these things, but it's the way that the girls were thinking, to this is what they were almost fitting and practicing into this what they would
Bro.
become or what they were. Yeah, this role. I'm trying to keep it, yeah. Yeah, exactly. But that's, what it really is, like little moms, whereas boys, will grow up later and then try to find, think of what they want to do as a career and things like that. Whereas girls have it down right away. I mean, we are the child bearers, right? We will be the ones who would be the caring for a child no matter what. It's of us, it's in us.
Hi, Kathleen. Welcome. Glad you could join us. All right, Paula. Hey, Monique. How are you? Mr. Charles says, still, I think boys are more likely to be on the autism spectrum than girls. My sister was clearly neurotypical, as is my daughter, but my brother is probably on the spectrum. Okay. He's not diagnosed then, right? And Anna says, I just learned you be mainstream this fall in my college for English, science, and some medical courses. Very excited. Oh, you're going to be mainstream. Awesome. Awesome. That's awesome. Linda, where you go? Oh,
Right, and then so bad. Sorry about that. I was going to say that too, that there is more reasons, like say Fragile X is more likely, I don't know if only boys can have it, but boys are more likely to be affected by it because girls have two X chromosomes, whereas boys have one. So when their one X chromosome is damaged,
mhm.
it's to be Fragile X syndrome. But when a girl's is damaged, she has another one to compensate for that first X. So that's less likely, or I want to say less likely with a girl. I don't know if it's 100% rolled out with the girl though. And Charles and I were talking about this before. And then I read another study. They were talking about Tylenol at certain levels during pregnancy were affecting, they thought to affect boys, and they had more relevance to boys. Women who gave birth to boys uh, had taken a certain amount of Tylenol, whereas they were pregnant with girls. The girls didn't show the autism diagnosis later on, whereas more boys were diagnosed with it, and they were trying to think maybe the Tylenol was affecting the boy fetus, but not the girls. So I think because of oh, there was another one too, estrogen levels, and it was affecting either the boy or the girl. So gender did play a part. So basically, what I'm saying, what can cause it for a girl or a boy, uh, doesn't have to be strictly across the board, because we know there probably could be many different causes uh, for autism, or triggers, I guess I could say, if it's genetic.
Her first ambition was to be a woman driver. Wow. Okay. I think we all get excited about driving. That
Hmm.
back then anyway. Now I don't like it.
I
If I
know,
don't have
right?
to drive, I don't want to drive.
That's cute. She wanted to be a woman driver. I always just wanted to be a homemaker. I just wanted to, yeah, just be a homemaker.
Well, regardless to what, you are a homemaker. We all are.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. And that was back when we were kids. What they call it, housewives,
Yeah.
and then they changed it to homemaker.
Anna says, "Are boys with Fragile X have?" Do you mean do boys with Fragile X have higher sensitivity?
Uh,
I'm
uh, uh,
not sure how to answer that.
uh, I mean, where does she mean the sensitivity? Emotionally, or
Yeah, what do you mean, Anna?
so Fragile X can happen with females and males, but when it happens to a female, it's less severe, or the symptoms are much milder. And because remember, a girl has two X chromosomes, and it's damage on an X chromosome.
Awesome, Mr. Charles, an award-winning professional photographer. Awesome.
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
Oh.
Anna says emotionally. Boys, Fragile X have higher. Okay, so higher sensitivity to emotions. I'm not really
Um,
sure. Does anyone have an idea of how to answer that question? Thoughts on it? Anyone has boys with the Fragile X?
um, it says that their more emotional sensitivity can cause higher anxiety.
Okay.
And it says that they're, um, no, I lost it. Well, how did they word that? I have to find it. Oh, I lost it. It just says very sensitive to stimuli. So it didn't uh, specify whether it was affecting them emotionally or sensory wise. But we do know when they're suffering sensory and they're sensitive to a lot of things going on around them, it does affect them emotionally, because that's when you end up with the emotional breakdowns, like the meltdowns. Easy, Charles.
I have bought fragile eggs at the store. They cracked when I put them in the refrigerator. Mr. Charles. Mr. Charles.
Hey, Danielle, Danielle.
Hey, Danielle. How are ya? Everybody's quiet tonight. You guys don't have any questions? What's going on? I'm well. I hope you all are too. Doing good, Danielle. Did you get your watch party open or still?
No, that's what I'm still trying to wonder. It's not giving me the option for some reason, but I think I can open one right here.
Sarah says I need to get DNA tests done on my boys. Okay. Anna says going college because I want to work with kids like me. Well, awesome. Yep, the best way to learn, um, Anna, is to ask questions. And James says, "Good morning from UK. Hope all are well. Doing good, James. Welcome. Welcome to Open Discussion." Sarah says, my autistic son asked to join the group and hasn't heard anything. How old is he, Sarah? And did he answer the questions? We have a very tight screening process, so um, and we have to remind everyone that this is a parent focused group. So young children, those on the spectrum, we don't allow in the group because of the nature of some of these conversations. Um, so just so they understand, and we also want those on the spectrum to understand that because this is a parent focused group, that the discussions in the group will be for and about and catered to the parent. So we do allow everyone to join, but if he's not of 18, then he will be declined. If he has answered all the questions and his profile is okay, then he will probably get in. And we still have a list of people waiting, so we
Mm-hmm.
probably haven't even gotten to them. Okay, he's 18. Okay. Well, yeah, we probably haven't even gotten to him. Or I don't know. It's several of us that do the approvals. So Just
And we've
make
had it.
sure. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, and we've had a really busy time with the working on posts and different things on the page coming through over the weekend. Hey, Catherine and Gloria.
Hey, ladies. I'm gonna have to take this ding dong off my phone. Sound like a doorbell. Be jumping up. Who is it?
She says, "Hey, Nita."
Hey.
Sorry, I think I'm doing that, right? No.
What?
Oh, okay. I thought that ding dong thing was
Oh
me
yeah,
doing
that
that.
was you. That
Okay,
was
that's what I thought.
you.
Is it every time I go back to Facebook that it's doing that?
No. You started a watch party.
Okay, yeah, I just went back
Well,
to turn it off.
some of the posts, if someone comments on something I said,
Hmm.
it'll go ding dong. Or
Oh, okay.
you start anything the admin does, it'll go ding dong.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Okay,
Oh,
I
no
did get
problem.
watch party
I
started.
just, I just, I had to get a new phone because the other one went out on me. I couldn't hear
That's right.
anything, so
Hmm.
I'm still trying to learn. I gotta find a way to cut that off because that's annoying. Ding dong. Hey,
uh,
Nakia.
hey, Gloria. Gloria says, "Thank you for doing this." You're welcome.
You are
Thank you for
welcome.
being here.
You are welcome. So, if you're brand new to our open discussions, what this is all about, it's all about parents helping parents. You have a question you want to ask, you have suggestions, you just want to talk, you can throw them in the comment section. Linda and I go through as many as we can. If you see something in the chat area that you can answer, feel free to chime right in. It's all about parents helping parents. Linda and I are parents, just like most of you. So that's what this session is all about. Sarah says, I love this group. I am so happy to be a part of it. Thank you. You are so welcome. Thank you for being a part. And Jocelyn says, good morning from Roselle, Philippines. Well, welcome.
Catherine says, "I want to read. I want to read ahead in our book." Hold on 1 second. Oh,
Don't give anything away, Catherine.
This is what the book looks like. The reason I jump. Yep.
Oh, yours is different a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like it's yeah. Oh yeah, it is. Huh? I thought it was just a little, but it is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's the book we're reading right now in the book club. We'll be meeting tentatively July 7th at 6 p.m. Pacific. And so, and remember, Catherine, if you do read ahead, yes, it's a very good book. She says our book is so good. She wants to read ahead. If you do read ahead, remember we're stopping at question 34. If anybody else joins us, you guys get the book. We're going to Q34. When you get the book, you'll understand exactly where that is. The format is laid out a little different. And then we will be discussing that.
And if you're interested in joining a book club, you have to go through our membership on our main page, autismandus.org. The membership is $5 a year, but that goes to support our community and our efforts. Plus, we do book giveaways. So I'm going to put the link right up in here for those of you who are interested. And it's a great way for us to discuss autism and things that are related. And it's a great way for us to socialize and get to know. We're doing it through the Zoom format where all of us can be on screen if you choose to. You don't have to. but it's a great way for more socialization and book talk. Oh, I also wanted to mention I mentioned it earlier. Uh, we had to reschedule the time for Dr. Michael Ellis, who will be here Thursday. So I put up at 12:30, but the new time is at 5 p.m. Eastern time, and that's I mean 2 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern time. So that's
Yep.
on Thursday. It'll be a focus live right here and throughout all the groups. And a lot of us parents have been asking about autism and puberty. So his focus will be on autism and puberty. He is a child psychiatrist who specializes with autism spectrum disorder. He also wrote a book, and I forgot the name, but he will be here. He will be here on Thursday. So please make plans to be here in attendance and come with your questions. Come with your questions. He will be ready for you. And we'd like to thank him in advance for doing this for us and our parents. Oh, wow. Okay. It said, um, Gloria. Gloria says, ladies, can you tell me how I can become an advocate for our babies dealing with law enforcement? A baby just got killed that was 8 and nonverbal. Oh, that is sad. You just have to start by speaking up. Um, the best way to advocate is if something you feel something is not right, go to the source and speak on it. Get you, you know, get some people who support you that are around your community,
And
and
make
that's
as many people aware of the
the
autism
situation.
diagnosis, the situation. Yeah. Whether it's the local authorities, your neighbors, as many stores that you go to, let everybody know that autism plays a part.
Sarah says, I have a question. Go ahead, Sarah. Just throw it on in there. Throw it on in there, girl.
Catherine says she needs to get back on the schedule.
On the oh yeah. We're gonna work on that, Catherine. Thing is, I started work this week, so I don't want to put too many things in one week. So once I get going, tomorrow's my first day back again. So once I get going and get my body in tune to my new adjusted schedule again, then we will definitely put you on a schedule and possibly for next week because this week we have Dr. Ellis. But we will get you on, I promise you. Mr. Charles is supposed to come back too. So we're waiting on Mr. Charles also. And anyone else, if you are interested in doing a focus live, reach out to us. Let us know that you'd like to do one, and um, we will get you on the schedule.
And Gloria says, thank you so much.
You're welcome. That's as helpful as we can get because being an advocate, you have to start with your mouth. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
I think across the board, it has to do with autism awareness as a whole
yeah.
uh, out in the community.
And don't stop talking. Don't
Yep.
stop talking about autism because once you stop talking, it gets forgotten real quick.
Yep.
Hey, Kenyana.
Hey, Kenyana. Hey, Crystal.
Mr. Charles says, I have to think about my, okay, okay. Um, Sarah's question is, do you all know about herbal anxiety meds? I'm not familiar, Linda.
What
Are
was
you
the last
familiar?
part of that question?
Herbal anxiety meds?
Oh, so meaning like an herbal supplement for anxiety. There's a few, but it depends on how old the person is that you're going to give them to. Is it a child, an adult? There are different ones, supplements that you can give. I think they're all considered. Some of them are supplements, but some are like GABA. So there's some things that already exist in your body, but you might be running low. GABA is one of those. 5-HTP is another one. So some are, it depends on how natural you're talking. Some are more along the lines like vitamins and supplements versus herbal treatments or herbal. I guess I want to say supplements, but they're a little different.
Kenyana says, I just found out Daniel can read on kindergarten level, but he can't spell anything. Is this common? Um, Common as far as with being in kindergarten, or because he's on the spectrum? It just
But
depends on where he's at.
yeah, I mean, but think about it. You may not know how to spell a word, but when you see the word,
Yeah.
you'll know what the word is. So recognition might be more clearer to him than spelling it out on his own. But I mean, somebody could tell me to spell a word and I might not know how to spell it correctly, especially if it's a big word. But then when I go to see it on paper, I'll know exactly what that word is. Like,
Like
don't ask me to spell
kids
Massachusetts, but
have, oh yeah.
but I'll see it
I
on paper
still
and
I
know.
still have to with Mississippi, and I'm from
Yeah,
there. I still
Mississippi.
gotta go
And
M-I
double
freaking
I.
I.
I mean double S. Yeah. See, but yeah. So to see it, you know it right away though.
Yeah,
But to
yeah,
spell
yeah.
is a whole other thing.
Um, hey Veronica, but awesome for
Hey,
Daniel.
Blanca.
I'm glad he is reading. That is a good step. It's a good step. He'll get there.
Mm-hmm.
He
Yep.
will get there, Kenyana. Just getting in from working girl. You saying that's a bad word though, Veronica, right now.
I know,
Work.
right?
Mm-hmm. Sarah says he is 10.
Okay, and I'm checking on that right now.
Okay, and while you're checking on that, Anna says, I am not a doctor, but my parents have me on St. John's warts, but see your doctor or pediatrician.
Exactly, because
Right.
I'm not sure that St. John's wort is for kids, but it does. It's like 5-HTP. And GABA as well. It controls the serotonin levels. But you always want to check with your pediatrician before you start one of these.
Danielle says, my son is cleaning walls right now. He stamped all over the walls and cabinets. Uh-oh. With my
He
daughter's,
stamped.
oh, he had fun with an ink stamp. Oh, wow. Every
Oh
time
my goodness.
it's during something like this happens. Oh, I understand, Danielle.
That
I'm
was
sorry. It's not funny, but yeah, it's not funny. I'm sorry.
it won't be
I
funny to
understand.
her for about
Right.
maybe about 6 months to a year. It's I seen the chocolate syrup this week.
Mhm.
The It was like 10 minutes time. He went with the chocolate syrup all through the bathroom. Then I seen the tie-dye markers. The little girl painted all over it
Oh
looks like
wow.
the dining room, all over the walls and the doors,
Had
all
fun.
over. Yeah, both of those were this week. So,
We gotta love them.
yep. Yeah,
Um,
so there's oh, I was going back to the anxiety one.
okay.
I was gonna say valerian root, passion flower, kava, magnesium, St. John's wort, ashwagandha, which I recently heard comes in a tea. So ashwagandha is one. It's a tea. It comes in a capsule as well. B vitamins, which already exist in your body. Lemon, and then 5-HTP is on here as well. Omega-3 fatty acids, which you can get from fish oil, and then GABA. So some of these are vitamins. Some of them are, say, like St. John's wort. It's something more that grows instead of so something herbal versus more than like a supplement from like something that can occur in a vitamin like vitamin B. But with all of these, like I said, he's under 18. He's still developing and everything. You want to make sure you check with the pediatrician before you start them, because people think because they're herbal or they're natural, I don't have to check, but you really should, because there's other things that could be going on and other medications.
Reading, this is Mr. Charles. Reading usually comes before spelling. Oh, for Kiana. Just as understanding speech comes before speaking, and being a good speller takes even longer. One year when we went on family vacation, I drew a map of some of the places we had been. The map was replete with phonetic spelling such as Lake
Superior, but he spelled it phonetically. Superior.
Okay. Okay.
And that's what I was going to say when I was talking about you can read one thing, but you may not be able to spell it. I was going to say it's like receptive and receptive language versus verbal communication, talking. And kids do understand what they hear first before they are able to speak it.
And that other thing along with that's just like how you talk. Sometimes you write out stuff the way you would say it. You would verbally say it. You just write it.
Yeah.
And someone else may look at it and be like, what are you writing? But that's just the way you talk. So you write like you talk.
And it takes a whole another thing to be able to write. So it depends on how you're asking him how to spell. And I can more readily spell the word out writing it rather than verbally saying it's spelled this way, because I have to see it as I go, so I write it out. So it could do, it's kind of like a multi level thing to be able to write the word out, to spell it, and to know what word you're writing out.
And Sarah says thanks. Anxiety.
Oh, Sarah's. Oh, okay. You're welcome, Sarah. Hopefully, let me know how that goes. I want to see what the follow-up is and how old he has to be for some of those, and if you choose any specific one.
I did worse than that. Once when I was 12, I drew a crude drawing on a wall of the house with the caption, "See how X-Lex works."
I think his mom's response was a little more upset than yours was, Nita.
Hi, Brandy. Hey, Norma. Hi, beautifuls. My son put Vaseline all over him about 2 weeks. Oh, wow. It was a nightmare to wash off. I can imagine. Thankful for Dawn dish soap. Now it's funny, but it took a few showers to get him hungry. Oh, I can imagine. But Dawn is good. That was a good idea right there, Dawn.
Yeah, it was. I just seen a video on YouTube of a kid that did that. He put it all over his hands, and his dad was like, "What did you do?" He used all the Vaseline. Did you see
writing is a whole nother story. He just learned how to write his first name. He's making progress, though.
Yep.
You have to give him.
He's in the beginning of kindergarten. Yeah, he's in the beginning of kindergarten. He didn't have a good placement last year, so he's doing really well.
Yeah, because DeAndre, he reads, but he's not where he's supposed to be. So yeah, any little thing they do, It'll come. It'll come. May take a little more time, but it'll come. My son can read anything, everything, but can only write his name. Yep. So some will get it, and it just takes
Mm-hmm.
others. Please don't give my son any idea
Right.
about
I
writing.
know. My children used to dump out the powders and lotions. Yeah, that was Emily.
Oh,
It says, Catherine asked, Linda and Nita, how are the kiddos handling the masks? I feel suffocated and don't like it, but I'm trying.
well, DeAndre actually took well. It took a couple of tries. His dad actually took time, and he would keep his mask on to kind of show him that it was fun. And now when he goes out, he'll put it on himself. He's ready, and he'll keep it on.
Yeah.
You have to tell him you can take it off. We're in the car. You're okay. Yeah, take it off. Take it off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it took a couple, playing around and letting
Yeah.
them know that it was okay. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Some
Yeah.
kids, some kids like it, and some kids don't because sensory issues
Mm-hmm.
with the ears and.
Yeah. Emily did fine with her. She barely goes out. Like we went out this weekend to the beach, and then we stayed at a hotel. She didn't mind it, but I think that was really the first time she really had to use it. Besides one time when I did a store pickup and she had to have one on.
Excuse me for a minute.
Other than that, she's done fine. It's me who's complaining too much about mine. Um, Daniel woke up in the middle of the night and destroyed his third birthday cake, so I couldn't take any to his school. LOL. His third one. What did he do? What did he just get in it to it, or did he get into it to eat it? Is anybody's kiddos in school for children with special needs? Monique, you're referring to a school. Hey, Monique, you're referring to a school for only special needs, meaning are they in that specific school but not a general ed school that has a special needs program? You're talking about either or, right? Like I think here there's one that's called a spectrum school. Oh, okay. Yeah. So Monique wants to know: is anybody's kids in a special needs school? It's a special needs school in its entirety versus a general ed school. I know that DeAndre they were looking at one for him that was fully special needs. And then for Emily, she's in a general education school that has special needs program. She's in the functional academic program, which is like life skills.
Say that one more time. I'm sorry.
The program that DeAndre is it all special needs
Oh yeah.
school, or is
It's
it a general
not
ed
the.
school?
I wanted to get him in. I tried, but they wouldn't let him in. I tried to get him one that was the focus. So he's going to be going to a general ed school, but his classroom, he'll be in a special education class. They have a dedicated classroom for them.
Oh, Daniel grabbed the cake and ate it. Well, at least he didn't just ruin it; he ate it too. He ruined his third birthday cake, so he couldn't take it to They couldn't have it at school.
Okay, where are we at? Is any kiddo? Okay.
Um,
Kenyana says,
that's the
can
one
you?
I read.
Oh, you read that one.
Yeah, I'm all the way to the bottom where he grabbed the cake and he ate it.
Oh,
Because I asked, did he just mess up the cake or did he eat the cake? No, he ate the cake. He ate it.
he ate the cake. Ooh, that sounds good too. Some chocolate cake.
Doesn't it? I was picturing. Did he say chocolate cake? Because I was thinking chocolate cake too. That does sound good.
Sarah says there are no specific special needs schools in Vermont.
Mm.
And Anna says my godson Lucas is in a special needs school. Okay.
And Catherine says, I was in public school, but in IEP classes, remedial until senior year.
And Veronica says Eddie is in public school that has something called a RISE program. It's dedicated to children with special needs.
And he's going into first grade, huh?
Little Eddie.
Eddie? Yeah.
And Daniel goes to a special needs private school now. He loves it. Awesome.
Good. Because he was in a placement, they wanted him to fail kindergarten first to be able to get an appropriate placement.
That didn't make any sense. But I'm glad he's somewhere that
Yeah,
he
I am
can
too.
adjust to, and he likes it. That's the good thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Kiana, oh, I'm happy for you both. I remember feeling so sad for all of his suffering and yours. That's great. Isn't that awesome?
Mm-hmm.
Danielle says, my son is transitioning to high school. He will be in 1832 cross categorical with ASD support. Okay. 1832. That's interesting. Cross category. Okay. Yeah, my son will be in high school also this year. And they gave me one school, but I'm going to have to look for, um, I'm going to see if I have any other options, basically. The one I wanted to get him into, they said no.
Um, so her son must be, what, 14, right?
Who is that?
Danielle.
Daniel, your son's 14?
And DeAndre is about to be 14, right?
He will be 14 on the 7th.
Yeah.
My baby growing up. The baby's growing up. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
they're
They
2 days
are,
apart.
yes,
They're
they
exactly
are
2 days
real
apart.
close in age. Real
Mm-hmm.
close, Danielle.
Yeah.
Yeah, so mine's on the 7th and your son's on the 9th. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
2 days apart, and that's my dad's birthday, the 9th.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
So the school district called us to find out if Emily would be going back to school on campus. For now, I didn't say she wouldn't be, because if you pick online school, they disenroll them from the school and the program they're in. So, yeah. So, and then they put them into the school district's online school. So they're not enrolled at the campus, they're enrolled in a whole different thing. And I don't want to lose her placement in this program with that teacher. So for now, she's going back. It's supposed to be a modified schedule, but then they asked about the school schedule. I mean, the school bus schedule, which I don't know either, because like they said, they don't feel that they can social distance on the bus.
Yeah,
That.
that's the other thing.
Mhm.
The ones that have to catch the bus,
Yeah.
how are they
That's
going
what I
to
was
do this?
thinking. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking Emily doesn't have to, and I know that there are some that do have to.
Yeah.
So, but I want to approach all that coming like what the week before school, so I know what we're looking at. Is she even going back to school when the schools are open?
And Eddie's birthday is on the 14th. Oh, he'll be
Oh,
sick.
really?
All
And
these
Steve's
July
is the
babies.
21st. Yeah, Steve's is 21st.
Oh, he's a
Yeah,
July baby too. Okay.
yeah. Mhm.
Justice is transitioning to high school, but but I want to put him in a special school, but I don't want him to go. Kind of a hard decision, right? Especially right
Mhm.
now,
Yeah.
because I'm trying to figure out how are they going to do the social distancing. I still haven't read over everything. I know they put something up, and I
Mhm.
know they mentioned something about we would have an option too, but I'm going to have to read through the plan a little more clear. I went to the hospital to have him on the 5th, which is my mom's birthday, but they waited until the 9th. So I have to hear about that. You were
Oh
supposed
my
to have
goodness.
him on my birthday. That was supposed to be my birthday present. And your son's name is Daniel. Okay, we got two Daniels.
Mhm.
Eddie is 13, supposed to be in high school and mask off. See, I don't think our kids can do it all day for 8 hours.
Yeah, that's what they told us. They told me too. They said that they were going to be social distancing, they think, but the teachers in that class work so closely with them, it's a special needs class. So they said that they think they're going to be social distancing. I asked, since the class is already half the size of a normal class, are they still going to split that class up and go on tiered schedule? Then I asked, yeah, the masks are expected to be worn all day. I don't know how. And then they still have to take off their mask to eat lunch. So I don't
Yeah,
know.
we have to sit down with this. So RS says feeling scared about finally hitting 30. When do you like
Yeah, right.
my kids do me? I tell them I'm 32 every year, and they go to counting. Well, let's see. You have
Right.
your oldest is what, 27? That would mean RS that you
Yes,
had
it's
a
27.
baby at the age of 3.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hey, he better enjoy it. He is his last year in his 40s. Yeah, so he should just enjoy the big 49.
Man. We are preparing to keep our children home in the fall. See, and that's the other thing with me working. If I could, I don't know, it just depends. I probably could adjust my schedule with me and Andre kind of rotating.
Hmm.
But it just depends on how they do things. I'm worried
Hmm.
about them going, especially now, he can go out with a mask for a short distance, but
Hmm.
wearing one all day, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Daniel will only wear a mask for 10 minutes and he's ready to pull it off. We are preparing to keep our children home in the fall, honestly. Okay.
That's what we were thinking. I didn't want to lose her spot yet.
Yeah,
And engage things then. And I want to see what their options are and their protocols will be.
right. Catherine was lagging. Welcome back. Distant learning only works with my 8-year-old, not with my 12 or 13-year-old. No masks are required at Daniel School. There's only 6 kids in his class, and they will do to. Yeah, that's how. Yeah, well,
That is,
his classroom was only like six kids. So I don't know how it's going to be set up if he goes to this other, school or whichever
mhm.
one, but I don't know. And Mr. Charles says, I'm proud to be 73. All right. Claim it, Mr. Charles.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. I
Um,
keep forgetting how old I am. Because I be telling people, say, how old are you? And then I'll say 50. And they'll say, oh, no, wait a minute. 51. I think I'm 51, but I'll be 52. Or am I 52? Now, seriously, I do that. Like,
but
I'll
you
be
are. I think
52.
I remembered when you turned 50.
Mhm.
Yeah, I remember that because I was trying to guess the other day, and I was like, wait. I remember when she turned, because I was thinking you were 50, but I remembered when you turned 50. So I was thinking, oh
Yeah,
no.
this is 50, year 52 in October.
Yeah, that's what. Okay, because I found out somehow. I don't know if it was on your Facebook or something that you would be 50. That 52 was this year. I just didn't know when.
Let me go get my chips. Be right back.
Right, Veronica? It's like after a certain age, I guess it doesn't even matter anymore, huh? In truth, I don't think the schools know what they are doing at this, as this is a tough virus. But if the trend continues with the virus exploding, we may not have school in some states. That's what I was thinking too. I didn't want to stress over all my decisions and everything now and go through all that right now. I feel like it's way too early to even decide, because like they can't even tell me what is really going to be offered as far as her program anyways, because it's still way too early.
Yeah, Veronica said, you do that. She was trying to think.
I never know how old I am. I
Yeah.
know she always makes
Have
me
to
hungry
have a
too.
snack.
Did you eat dinner yet, Nita?
You know, I didn't.
You always eat after the live?
Not always,
Oh, okay.
but, you know.
Yeah. Because it's what, 8? Let me see. Oh, so it starts at
But see,
7 now.
tonight I'm going to eat really light.
Mm-hmm.
I might not have anything but a sandwich. I'm going to go take my bath and I'm going to get in the bed.
Yeah. She goes back to work tomorrow.
I hope his school is open because I can't teach him. I get absolutely nowhere with him. He needs a teacher who specializes in autism. Yeah, and that's the other thing because of the routine.
Mm-hmm.
DeAndre has lost his total routine, and sitting him down took a lot of time. A lot of time. He wanted to get up and do what he wanted to do. But see, with the school, they had the routine. He knew what he was there to do. At home, he was like, "What you thought? I'm at home." It's easy for Cindy and me to keep track of her granddaughter's age. I proposed to Cindy on the day. What is it? Nadia
uh, yeah.
turned a year old. Oh, oh, oh. Waiting. Oh, you took the COVID test. Well,
Oh, that's
hopefully
right.
negative.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully, for sure.
Don't mind me, you guys. I told y'all to bring your snacks and your drink. So
At least they're not on the microphone. They could all be eating. I I don't hear you on the microphone, but I don't
oh,
eat because I know they would hear me on the microphone. I don't ever hear you eating though. I see
oh,
you
okay,
eating
good.
though.
Anna says I am 42 going on 24. That's a good one. So I should be, I'm 51 going on 25.
You know what was, I don't know, 30s were pretty good. I wouldn't mind being in my 30s.
My 20s, I'm going to say 25 to 35. I had a great
Yeah,
time. I had,
yeah, yeah, because I would start at about 27 to anywhere in my 30s.
I have to go classes tomorrow. Have a great summer and night. Thank you. Thank you, Anna. Enjoy your evening.
Bye, Anna. Hey, Nita, did you see that video of a kid? They were pulling over an SUV and it was a 5-year-old driving. Did you see that? It was
Uh-uh.
maybe 2 to 3 months ago, I think. Yeah, so his sister was watching. It made me think of DeAndre. That's why I was telling you this.
Oh, okay.
Um, his sister was watching him. She's 15 or 16, and she fell asleep. And she woke up. The keys and the SUV were
Uh-oh.
gone. Then you see on the dashboard cam of the police officer, or I don't know what everyone calls it, the highway patrol, pulling him over, but he pulls over to the left side of the freeway instead, to the middle thing, instead of the right side where you pull off on the shoulder. So he pulled over right there, and they went over to him. It was a 5-year-old driving the SUV, and he just, he knew and
How
everything.
did he
They don't
reach
know
the
how.
pedal?
I have no idea, but you really see the vehicle moving and everything. I don't know why, how he drove or how he knew how to drive, but he was driving. I don't forgot what state. Charles might remember the state he was in then, but he was in. I want to say one of the middle states, but he was driving to California to get a Lamborghini because he likes cars. So I was like, I had always meant to tell you, yeah, you better watch
I
DeAndre.
right at this moment, I never keep my keys on the table because I am so scared of them. I don't know. I just had this fear. I
Yeah.
always, anytime I come in the house to take my keys, and I put them in. Well, I got the key fob, and I keep it
Mm-hmm.
in the drawer
Yeah.
up on top where he doesn't know. Because
Yeah.
I don't know. I have this fear that he's just gonna grab them, and I have to hide the button, the remote button I have for the garage too, because
Mm-hmm.
I have the fear that he's just
Mm-hmm.
gonna go out there and get in the car and zoom. He actually, my dad was out cutting grass, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my dad lets him get in the car. Oh, he ain't gonna do nothing. So he got in the car and was playing around. So my dad said, "Oh, he can't do nothing." All we heard was, "Rrr." It wasn't moving; it was still in park. But
Yeah.
you got the idea. I was like, "Oh no, mm-mm,
What?
no."
What? He turned the car on, or the car was already on?
I don't know whether Dad left it on or if he
Mm-hmm.
pushed the button. Well, he would have had to hit the brake and push the button.
Mm-hmm.
So
What? Yeah.
I think it probably was already on. But he did
Yeah.
hit that gas pedal.
Oh
Luckily,
my
it was
goodness.
still in park.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
So really having anxiety issues, having to move,
Sorry
lease
about that.
isn't up. But because of my son's behavior, my landlord wants me to move. Neighbors, oh wow. So you live in an apartment, Brandy? I'm assuming it's an apartment. I should probably get tested to
Um,
see if I have had coronavirus. It's possible that I might have had a mild case of it in March. Get tested.
I think that was when he told us he was sick. Remember?
Hmm.
And
Back in
when he
March.
said yeah, and he was saying he was they I don't remember they both had colds, but he was on here one time and he was getting over a cold, and yeah, he said it was kind of mild. I do remember that. Uh,
You was driving. I think well, my grandfather, um, you guys, I don't know if you guys remember the Datsuns when they were out, the car name. they turned into a Nissan, but Datsun. He
Hmm.
had an old small blue Datsun truck, and that's how I learned how to drive a stick. He
Oh
would,
yeah, Datsuns. That's right.
yeah, he would take me in the truck and let me move the stick, and that was down south. And I learned. I actually got my license down there. But
Oh my goodness.
my dad, when I was 13, around here, he would give me the keys to the car and say, "Let's go." And I was like 12, 13, driving around showing off to my friends. Hey.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I remember when Datsun used to be when Datsuns was from Nissan.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We used to have a Datsun. Um, yeah, see, she said it. She says the little boy drove through all the streets, got on the highway and everything. He sure did because he left his house,
What?
the driveway, and he was doing good. I didn't even know. I was telling Steve the story because it like popped in my mind because somebody was getting pulled over on live PD, and then but it was funny because when I was watching it, I didn't know it was him. I had already seen it, and I started telling Steve the story, and I was like, "Wait, this is it." But he looked just like any other driver, like pulling over, except for he pulled over to the left instead of the right. He was driving good though, and he slowed down and everything
Wow.
from highway speeds. He slowed down and pulled over for the highway
See,
patrol.
that's those video games showing them how to
Mm-hmm,
drive
right,
and everything. That's why I got to
right.
keep my
Mm-hmm.
my stuff in my drawer because DeAndre and he likes to wake up in the middle of the night sometimes.
You're gonna hear your car start up one night. Oh my goodness.
Oh, tractors and motorcycles. Yeah, I can see that, especially being on a farm. Hmm.
Hi, Dinah.
Oh, love your dad.
It's
That,
funny. Dinah has a son named Nathan who looks like my son Steven. But so I have a son named Nathan. We both have sons named Nathan. But her son Nathan looks like my son Steven. And her daughter's name is Adriana, which is my daughter's name. So
oh,
like,
wow, what a coincidence.
yeah. So every time I see Dinah, I'm like, there's so many like her kids will run through my mind. She says, "Hey, Nita."
Hey.
Veronica, how's Eddie doing? I seen I was reading the one about the blanket, sleeping with the blanket and then waking up and then crying if it's anywhere under you. Is that why he's been crying? I think you said he's been waking up crying lately. Was that the reason?
Brandy says she lives in an apartment. I'm sorry to hear that. But can they really do that? Can they kick you out for?
I don't know if it's legal and if you got disability rights activists, advocates on it. I don't think so. But when you look at the whole situation, would you want to stay in that situation?
Right. Yeah.
Knowing
I
your
wouldn't
kid's going to
feel
keep doing that.
comfortable.
I wouldn't either.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
But I
me
don't
too.
think it's
Can't discriminate.
legal.
Oh, she had a Datsun too. Yeah. My daddy Harold, he had a blue Datsun pickup truck. And we used to spend a many a days in the back of that truck. Remember that pig I was telling you about?
Yes. Oh
That's
no.
the truck he took my pig in,
Aw.
my Snorky, and my Pinky.
Mhm. Oh
Mhm.
my goodness. I'll never forget that story.
I hate my car. I have a Ford Fiesta hatchback.
Yeah, he put the car in park and said that kid learned how to drive from watching adults drive when he was 4, Jose Raul Capablanca, who would eventually become the world champion learned the game from watching his father play. That's what I can. Yeah, that's what I can only assume. I mean, he had to see somebody doing it.
Yeah,
I mean,
he had to
you
watch.
do know a lot, but you know the reality of you thinking you know how to drive because you've been watching people drive. So you know, no matter how hard you watch them, but when you get behind the wheel and use the accelerator and the brake and start steering, it's a whole different thing. You know, but he was driving like he had drove before, like he's been practicing. And I taught
That's
three kids how to
scary.
drive. And yeah, I taught three kids how to drive, and that was scary. You know how it is when you teach your kids to drive, and they,
Oh, I never had the heart. I got in the
oh,
car. My dad taught all my kids how to drive.
mm,
I couldn't do it.
lucky you. It's scary. Oh my
I
goodness.
tried to teach my niece. My niece, you know, she had got her permit. This was when she was like 17, something like
Mm-hmm.
that. She was about 17. We got to the end of the street and she made one of the wide turns. I was like, okay, that's it. Get out.
Mm-hmm.
My heart can't take it. My heart
Yeah, it's
no kid.
those white turns. They don't slow down for the turn. Oh my goodness, they even could accelerate in the turn. It's so scary. Oh my goodness.
I don't know how you did it, girl, but I couldn't do it.
Mm. Oh my goodness. Some were scarier than others, but yeah.
Boo.
Hi, Catherine.
Hey.
Well, we
Hello.
are at our last few minutes of the live because Nita has to get prepared for tomorrow. So I put the link to the StreamYard in. You are welcome to come on and join us.
Nita, where are you
Poor
going back to work?
Eddie.
Car place?
What was
Mhm.
that?
Where are you going back to work at? The car place?
Yeah.
Nice.
FTA.
Fun, fun.
Oh, you are going on safe? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm not ready, but gotta do what I gotta do.
Exactly.
Mhm.
I miss kiddos. It's been a week and I'm still not back. I'm like, I want to go back.
So they still haven't sent you anything, huh?
Nope, nothing. It's been like 5 days too, and I'm like, where are these results? Like, this is annoying.
Hey, Mr. Charles.
Hey, Charles.
Hey, Anita, and Linda, and Kate. How are
Hi.
y'all doing?
Hey,
Good,
Nina.
Doing
good.
good.
For test
How are
results.
you?
Yeah, doing fine. Doing fine.
Awesome.
Good.
Sydney are relaxing at home.
I'm going crazy. I've been cooped up for too long, and I have to wait for results to come in.
Oh,
Yeah,
it'll be over with in
yeah.
a minute, Kate.
I'm like, I'm going insane though. It's like you can't go anywhere. You can't do anything. I'm like, come on, can we like get this done and over with? So I'm driving my feet.
Sydney and I get together virtually with people, and like today we got together virtually with some people in Virginia. Yesterday we got together virtually with some people in New York and all over the country actually, and watched
Oh,
some footage from St. Louis from last year. So
Nice.
that's awesome.
Fun, fun. Fun,
Our
fun.
son drove his first tractor. Okay. Yep. I'm like,
He was 8. Wow. My son did that. I took my keys, drove my car half a block a few years ago, and he did great. He learned from driving goat cars. Goat
gotta
cars?
hide the keys
Oh,
since
go
then.
karts. Gotta hide the keys since then. That's great.
Oh my goodness. So Dinah says, "Oh yes, it is scary. I needed a sedative and booze. My daughter, LOL, I was showing her how to drive and saw the sign that read, turn on red after 7 p.m. And she did, but neglected to see oncoming traffic. LOL, my life flashed before my eyes."
I can
Oh,
Yeah,
imagine.
it is so
I
scary.
can
Oh my goodness.
um,
I'm just glad to be done.
I think when I started learning how to drive, I think my mom was holding onto the holy shit bar the whole time. And after that, she could go home and drink.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness.
Well, I told Dorothy she realized her first ambition in life the day after she turned 16 when she got her license. She
Mhm.
realized her second ambition in life 3 years later when we went and got her bride dress.
Yup.
Oh.
And her second ambition was to get a bride dress. It wasn't to get married, it was to get a bride dress. And so,
Oh.
Not to be a bride to get. That's funny.
I just got my bride dress, but our event got canceled for this year, so I have to wait until next year.
Aw.
Yeah. Yeah, this
So,
COVID has
No.
canceled out a lot of things.
I was so close too. I'm like less than 200 days. I'm like, no. I'm so
And
upset.
now, it's affected my daughter's business too, because she's a professional photographer. She
Oh
does a lot of
yeah.
weddings, but she's got a couple lined up for the fall that she might do, depending on how things go. But she's in Maine, which hasn't been affected as much as a lot of other areas.
Mhm.
It's more sparsely populated. So
Yeah, my fiance and I own a photo booth company, and we're here in Texas, and we take cancellations and not wanting to have us out because it's too dangerous.
Mhm.
yeah, they've had a big spike there too. I think
And
some are saying they reopened a little too early.
Yep,
yeah,
Mhm.
they're back
we
down.
had
I
a
just
little spike here too, so I think
yeah,
um I think it's gonna be another little shutdown, a smaller
Yeah.
one, pretty soon.
yeah. We're not allowed in San Antonio, and we're supposed to be staying home. They're re-shutting things down, so it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're not going out with Daddy, Luna Buna. Good try, escape artist. Come here, you little.
He wants to be an Amazon driver. All right,
Aw.
all right.
Come here.
So
I
he
see.
can come to my house. Amazon.
I know he'll be at your house, and we get so many Amazon packages. One time I was going through our security doorbell camera, and there was nothing but Postmates, DoorDash, Amazon, because it was during the quarantine, and it was all these different people coming through. It was crazy how many packages we got though, but you couldn't do anything else. You couldn't shop
Right.
anywhere else.
Oh yeah.
And Amazon boxes pile up.
They
Oh my
do.
God. I had so many. I said, we have to get these out of the house, break
Mhm.
them down, put them in the garage.
Mhm. And they're the boxes are way
We just
bigger
put them in our recycling
for what
bin.
you're
Yeah. You can get
getting.
something this little and they'll give you a.
It's a big old box, right?
Mm.
Yeah, because that's mostly what was in our garage. We finally got a one of those dumpsters that they haul, and
Yeah.
but a
I
lot of it because there's
ran a
5 of us ordering.
You can go
Well,
down
6
this
Well, I
of us
just
really, because Emily gets stuff.
Okay, Norma.
You have
You
Bye,
have a
fun.
Norma.
we just
wonderful
break
night
down the
too.
boxes,
Thank you for
put them in the
coming.
recycling bin.
Oh yeah, that's what we did.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, we
Good
have
night,
way
Norma.
more than that though.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah,
Come here.
because we would fill up the recycling bin weekly anyways, and then the boxes were piling up.
Mm.
Crazy.
Oh, wow.
Oh, hey, Michelle.
Self-driving are testing right now. COVID don't take jobs.
Do you really?
Automation, yeah.
She burns hers in the fire pit. That's what we need to do, but well, we would have been burnt down
Hi,
California.
Michelle.
One ember would have caught
Hey,
everything on fire.
Michelle.
It's crazy. It's
Oh, you
crazy.
have. See, we can't have a fire pit in the
Oh, you
city.
can't. Oh, you
Mm,
can't even have the fire pit.
no, or either it has to be. I don't think you. No,
Mhm.
not in the city. If I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken, that's yeah. We can't even
Uh,
build a
We're,
fire
uh,
pit.
we're
you
not.
won't usually see them in cities.
Texas has that huge no burn ban right now. Can't have fire pits. You can't have barbecues, charcoal
Really?
grills.
No barbecue.
Nothing. We're not allowed to
What
have.
What?
the heck?
Yeah,
Oh
if
my
you're
god.
doing it, you get a fine of like
Wait a
100.
minute. Wait. But it's Texas barbecue.
I know,
Yeah,
right?
have barbecues or nothing that
And
Wow.
can.
in California, you can have the fire pits, you can have campfires, you can have barbecues, and we're on fire every year. They're already preparing for it this year because they already started. But that's what California should be doing. Like we can't have fireworks, but yeah, we can have all those. I
Yeah,
wonder
we
Yeah,
how
we
many
definitely
of those things are responsible for our fires, though.
we're on a no burn ban.
Yeah, it's
no burn.
strange.
Um, well, I
Burn, baby.
regularly, use my grill outside. I've used it a couple times already. Plan to use it, make more use of it this summer. So,
Oh yeah.
you know, yeah.
It's different in every state though, and like that's what I
Mhm.
don't like here about Texas is mostly 6 months out of the year we're on that no burn ban.
Why did they do it? Because of
Yeah.
wildfires?
Because we haven't had enough rain and the grass is too dry. And if something drops and gets on fire, the whole thing will go on fire.
Yeah.
So they're just like California, right?
I
Yep.
guess, yeah. I just didn't know that, yeah. But California, I've never seen it. I've seen so many bad fires, especially these last few years, but I never seen like a no burn. We have the meters that show how high of risk we are on certain days, but I never seen like we couldn't have fire pits or barbecues.
Yeah, we had that no burn ban.
Yeah.
Texas is gonna go bankrupt. That is their lifeblood. Bring on
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Texas barbecue.
Yeah, Texas barbecue. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I want Texas barbecue in Kansas City. KC barbecue.
My favorite is the hot spicy barbecue sauce, and I've never been able to keep track of who does which. Because there's Texas, there's Kansas City, there's Tennessee, there's Memphis, there's somebody else, and I never been able to keep track of who does which. But I like the super spicy variety. I'm guessing maybe that's Texas that does that.
Mission barbecue.
It sounds like Texas.
Is best.
Dinah says we have grilling all year round, and I believe I've seen winter grilling. And she's in Illinois.
Yeah, we have barbecue all year round. Gotta have some barbecue and get the charcoal going.
Do they still burn leaves in Michigan, Nita?
What?
Yeah.
In Michigan, my dad said they used to be able to burn leaves, but I want to say he always asked, but I think that they can't.
No.
Yeah, he said
I never. One of these houses would catch fire, honey. Ain't nobody burning no leaves.
Yeah, he said back in the day they used to be able to burn leaves, but he never knew.
Yeah,
well, he left a long time ago.
Yeah, I don't. No, you have to put those things in a leaf bag and put them on the curb so they can pick them up.
Oh, and they pick them up.
Yeah. Now they burn them at the incinerator, but but not. You can't do it in your house at your house. No.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I am over. Michelle says she's over KC barbecue because she's right there in the midst of.
Oh yeah. But you know what? Let her move away. She doesn't know how good she has it until she won't have it.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's good barbecue. He would have to be sedated. Yeah. Gotta have that barbecue.
It sucks.
Yep, the paper bags, Danielle. And I got some in the garage. I'm gonna have to go to Myers and grab me some more. You can't put them in the plastic anymore. They won't touch them if they're in plastic bags.
Oh, really?
The garbage. Yeah, they have to be in the paper, the special leaf bags.
Yeah, that's how it is in Connecticut.
Oh.
Yeah, they have special leaf bags you buy, and you put the leaves and twigs and other things you rake up from the lawn, put them in that.
We have that valet garbage trash people that they actually come to our unit and they actually take our bag from us.
Oh, really?
After, yep.
Oh, that's sweet.
How you get your garbage picked up, your garbage cans or whatever. We have one specifically for greenery, so we put it out whenever we need to. Like, so if every week we need to put it out, we put it out. We just put our.
I think it's only Sunday through Thursday here. Friday and Saturday, you have to take it to the trash yourself.
Ah.
Yeah, it's different.
Yeah, but are you in an apartment
Linda,
complex?
are you in the StreamYard?
I'm in an apartment.
I am there and on my watch party.
Okay, I'm gonna sign off.
Yeah.
Since you're in there, you can end it.
Yeah.
I'm
gonna.
ready
Well,
for
no,
work.
hold on. I'm about to go anyways. I'm about to go anyways. Okay, you guys. So, everybody, thank you for joining us. Nita has to go to work tomorrow. Let's wish her a happy day back to work tomorrow. You can do it, Nita.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Thank you, everybody, and see you guys next week.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Right.